Welcome back to our class on the Book of the 12 Prophets.
Tonga soa eto amin'ny fampianarana ny momba ny mpaminany roa ambin'ny folo, bokin'ny mpaminany roa ambin'ny folo.
Last time we talked about the prophet Amos.
Tamin'ny farantsika dia niresaka momba ny mpaminany Amos.
And this time we're going to talk about the prophet Micah.
Ary amin'ity indray mitorakitetsika dia hiresaka ny amin'ny mpaminany Micah.
Amos and Micah do not appear in that order, but remember, we're taking them in their historical order.
Patsahivina fa I Amos sy Micah dia tsy miseho araka ny filaharana hitantsika ao amin'ny Baiboly fa tadio fa manaraka ny fisehoan'ny tantara isika hoe iza ny tranga voalohany teo amin'ny tantara.
So Micah is, like Amos, a prophet from the 8th century BC.
I Micah tahaka ny Amos dia mpaminany avy amin'ny fotoanandro 8e century.
And he is a contemporary of the prophet Isaiah of Jerusalem.
Izy koa dia ray promotion tamin'ny Isaia mpaminany.
And remember, there were three sections of Isaiah. Isaiah of Jerusalem represents the earliest portion of the book.
Tadio fa ny Isaia dia mizara telo dia le Isaia resantsika eto dia le Isaia voalohany, le promotion voalohany.
The book of Isaiah is a collection of prophecies the book of Micah is a collection of prophecies that carries Micah's name, but it also contains later materials too.
Ny bokin'ny Micah dia collectionna faminaniana maromaro ary tsy hoe mitondra ny anaran'ny Micah ny boky fa teo aoriana koa mbola misy faminaniana avy amin'ny fotoanandro hafa.
And that happened to almost all the prophets.
Matetika dia zany daholo mitranga amin'ireo mpaminany rehetra.
That later on, the tradition would add a later poem or song or another prophecy and add it into the historical book.
Hoe teo aoriana misy faminaniana na poesia na soratra hafa izay anampiana ao anatin'ilay boky.
So, just like the book of Isaiah, Micah is a work in progress over several centuries.
Ka tahaka ny bokin'ny Isaia zany, ny bokin'ny Micah koa dia travail en progrès mandritra ny fe-potoana lava.
So, what do we know about the man himself?
Inona raha no fantatritsika momba ny Micah maha-olona azy?
We know that his name is Micah, and that is only mentioned one time.
Fantatritsika fa ny anarany dia Micah ary zay dia voalaza indray mandeha himonja eto amin'ity boky ity.
That's in chapter 1, verse 1.
Eo amin'ny chapitre 1, verset 1.
We know that he's from the town of Moresheth.
Fantatritsika fa avy amin'ny tanàna kelin'ny Moresheth izy.
And Moresheth was a town that was about 25 miles southwest of Jerusalem.
Ary io tanàna Moresheth io dia 25 miles, tsy haiko moa zany en kilometra hoe firy. Tanàna sud-ouest any southwest.
We know that during his life he saw the kings Jotham and Ahaz and Hezekiah.
Ny southwest of what?
Jerusalem.
Sud-ouest any Jerusalema misy an'le tanàna teo dia fantatsika koa fa izy dia what were you saying?
Jotham and Ahaz and Hezekiah.
Izy dia tamin'ny fotoanandron'ny mpanjaka Jotham,
Ahaz?
Ahaza
Hezekiah.
ary Ezekia.
But we don't know anything else about his personal life.
Fa tsisy fantatsika zany momba ny fiainany personnel.
And one interesting thing is that he is never called a prophet.
Zavatra intéressant sy tsara marihana dia izy tsy natsona mihitsy hoe mpaminany.
But all of his prophecies make very clear that he is acting as a intermediary between God and the world. Israel. God and Israel.
Kanefa hita taratra fa ny faminaniana izay nataony de ny action izay nataony de mpanelanelana entre an'Andriamanitra sy ny vahoaka Israely izy.
We look at what is the message of Micah.
Jerena hoe inona ny afatra omeny Mika.
They are words of God's words of judgment against Israel and Judah.
Fitsaran'Andriamanitra kontra ny Israely sy Juda.
But he also talks about a restoration following Jerusalem's destruction.
Fa kosa milaza ny fanarenana indray an Jerusalema prean'ny fandravana azy.
So we talk about what sections do we know are from the time of Micah.
Ka miresaksika zany hoe inona section inona no avy amin'ny fotoan'andron'ny Mika.
We know that chapters 1, 2, and 3, and 6 and 7 are from Micah's time.
Faratsika fa ny chapitre 1, 2, 3, 6 et 7 no avy amin'ny fotoan'andron'ny Mika.
And in Micah chapter 6, verses 6 through 8, it's one of the most well-known passages in all of Hebrew literature.
Amin'ny littérature hébreu, ny chapitre 6, verset 6 à 8 de littérature tena fantatry zareo malaza indrindra zany amin'ny zareo hébreu.
And we'll come back to that.
Iverenantsika zay rehefa avy eo.
The themes of Micah, of the whole book, include God's judgment against the rebellious, idolatrous, and oppressive people.
Ny faminaniana ny thème amin'ny bokin'ny Mika de ny resaka ny oppression, what was it again? Rebellion,
yeah.
Ary
Idolatrous.
Ary fanompotsapy izay nataon'ny vahoaka.
Yep. And in chapter 2, verse 12, Micah even predicts the destruction of Jerusalem.
Chapitre 2, Mika de manome faminaniana ny amin'ny destruction an'i Jerusalem.
The thing is that Micah's prediction of Jerusalem's destruction won't happen for well over 100 years.
Ny zavatra marihana de ny faminanian'ny Mika ny amin'ny fandravan'i Jerusalema tsy nitranga akory zany raha tsy efa 100 ans après.
But the people won't forget Micah's prophecy.
Fa tsy adin'ny vahoaka akory izay faminaniana nataon'ny Mika izay.
In fact, in Jeremiah's time, Jeremiah started to predict the fall of Jerusalem.
En effet, tamin'ny fotoan'andron'i Jérémie ihany koa de efa nanome prédiction faminaniana ny amin'ny firavan'i Jerusalem.
And Jeremiah is over 150 years after Micah.
Ary Jérémie de efa 150 ans après an'i Mika.
But when everybody was upset with Jeremiah, the people remembered, wait a minute, Micah prophesied the same thing.
Rehefa tezitra tamin'ny Jérémie ny vahoaka de niteny zareo tadidinay koa izy fa i Mika efa nilaza momba ny ty faminaniana tenenin'i Jérémie ty ihany koa.
And in Jeremiah chapter 26, verses 1 through 19, Jeremiah 26, 1 through 19, he says that the people all rallied around Jeremiah when he made that prophecy.
Eo amin'ny Jérémie toko fahaenina amby roapolo andimy voalohany ka hatramin'ny fahasivy amby folo de hitantsika fa ny vahoaka rehetra de nitangorona teo amin'ny Jérémie, tamin'ny Jérémie nilaza izany faminaniana ny fandravany Jerusalema izany.
The difference was King Hezekiah listened to Micah.
Ny différence de ny mpanjaka Hezekia de niaino any Mika.
And they changed their ways and returned to the proper worship of Yahweh.
Ary niova toetra zareo, niova fo ary niverina tamin'ny fanompona marina an'Andriamanitra indray.
But when Jeremiah prophesies, King Jehoiakim does not listen.
Fa tamin'ny Jeremia naminany ny mpanjaka which king?
Jehoiakim?
Ny mpanjaka Jehoakima tsy nihaino any Jeremia.
So, in 587 BC, Jerusalem was destroyed.
Ka tamin'ny taona 587 BC rava Jerusalem.
Now, in Micah chapter 1, starting in verse 2, it begins with a prophecy against the city of Samaria.
Mika toko voalohany andiny faharoa manomboka amin'ny faminaniana ny amin'ny faharavany Samaria. Ny jugement atao amin'ny Samaria.
And Samaria was the capital of the north kingdom of Israel.
Samaria de capitalany fanjakana du Nord.
Micah calls all the people of the earth to witness Yahweh's lawsuit against the people of Israel because they've been rebellious and they've sinned.
Mika de miantso ny firenena rehetra ho vavolombelona hijery ny jugement izay ataon'Andriamanitra amin'ny firenena Israely noho ny fanompon'izy ireo sampy sy ny toetra rebellion ataon'izy ireo.
Verses 3 and 4 show us a theophany. A theophany is an appearance of God's power.
Verset 3 sy verset 4 de mampiseho ny herin'Andriamanitra na theophanie ny fiantsony anazy, dikan'ny theophanie de hoe herin'Andriamanitra, fampisehoana ny herin'Andriamanitra.
It shows the awesome effects of God's presence in the world.
Ny effet ny présence an'Andriamanitra eo amin'izao tontolo zao, zay koa ny dikany hoe theophanie.
The mountains will melt.
Ny tendrombohitra de hitsoniky.
And the valleys will burst open.
Ny loasa de hisokatra.
It says that the city of Samaria will be reduced to a heap of ruins.
Ny renivohitry Samaria de ho tahaka ny fasika.
That all of its fountains will be torn apart.
Ny loharanony de ho ravatanteraka.
It says that their idols will be smashed and burned because Samaria is a transgression.
Teny koa izy eo amin'ny verset io hoe ny sampin'ny Samaria de ho ravatanteraka sy ho potipotika tanteraka.
That passage against Samaria goes from verse 2 through verse 7.
Zany faminaniana jugement contre ny Samaria zany de manomboka eo amin'ny verset 2 jusqu'à verset 7.
It's the only prophecy against the north kingdom.
Io ihany ny faminaniana contre ny firenena du Nord.
In fact, some scholars have wondered, is this really from Micah?
Ny mpanoratra teoloha de la tonga mampanontany hoe tena ty ve faminaniana avy amin'ny Mika sa tsy?
For us, it is completely in order for Micah to make such a prophecy.
Fa ho antsika ny hita hoe en ordre izao faminaniana ataony Mika izao.
The rest of the chapter goes on to describe what's going to happen to the cities of Judah.
Ny faminaniana ambiny eo amin'ny toko voalohany io de faminaniana hoe inona no anjo any Juda.
And remember, Judah is the south kingdom.
Ary tadio fa Juda de fanjakana du sud.
Here's the historical situation.
Zao ny situation historique.
In 734 BC, the kingdom of Judah became a vassal state of the Assyrian Empire.
What does
Vassal is like a tributary or a satellite state, or a a state under the control of the Assyrian Empire.
Okay.
Yep.
Tamin'ny taona 734 BC, then King I'm reading the word in English. Ny fanjakan'i Juda de lasa sous contrôle-ny fanjakana Empira Assyrian.
But 30 years later, King Hezekiah decides to form an alliance with other states and try to rebel against Assyria.
30 ans après, mpanjaka Ezekie de nanao, what did he do?
He formed an alliance with other
Then
states.
forme alliance amin'ny état hafa izareo ary nanomboka nanao rebelle contre ny Assyrian.
The Assyrians were very oppressive, and these states had just had enough of their control.
Ny Assyrian de tena nandevo an'zareo ka efa leo tanteraka ny fanandevozan'ny Assyrian izy ireo.
The problem was the Assyrian king was a king named Sennacherib.
Ny olana de ny mpanjakan'ny Assyriana tamin'izany de mpanjaka Sennacherib.
Sennacherib was an amazing warrior and a fearful conqueror.
Sennacherib de mpiady tena matanjaka sy mahagaga.
And he will invade all those rebellious states and roll over all of them.
Ny nataony de tena nandrava tanteraka ny état rehetra zay lalovany
In fact,
mpanjaka io.
Sennacherib's army pushed all the way to the Mediterranean Sea.
En effet, tena natosiky Sennacherib, ny arméan'ny Sennacherib hatrany amin'ny Méditerranéenne rivière moa misy.
And Sennacherib's own history from his time described that his soldiers washed their spears in the Mediterranean Sea.
Ary tamin'izany koa raha nitenena hoe ny fitaovam-piadian'ny Sennacherib, ny armée Sennacherib de sasana tao amin'ny rano Méditerranée.
By 701 BC, Sennacherib had conquered 46 Judean cities and towns.
Tamin'ny taona 701 de tanàna 46 no tanàna 46 ao avy amin'ny Joda zany no lasa sous contrôle ny Sennacherib daholo.
And they surrounded the city of Jerusalem, but they did not destroy it.
Niodidiny zareo ihany koa i Jerusalema fa tsy niravany akory.
Because King Hezekiah made a deal, and he saved the city of Jerusalem by giving Sennacherib so much gold and tribute.
Satria mpanjaka Ezekie de nanao what's a deal in Malagasy? Nanao fampirarahana tamin'ny mpanjaka Sennacherib de nomeny volamena ny arméan'ny Sennacherib ka lasa tsy niravan'ny Sennacherib zany ny Jerusalem.
So Judea returned to their role as being a subject state to the Assyrian Empire.
Ka ny firenena Juda zany lasa hoe firenena sous contrôle any Sennacherib.
And so, back in chapter 1, verses 8 through 16, it's probably describing the destruction of Judah's western towns in the year 701.
Ka ny Micah to raha miverina amin'ny Micah toko voalohany toko fahavalo ka hatramin'ny fahaenina ambin'ny folo de mety description ny fandravan'ny firenen'ny Juda eny amin'ny côté ouest tamin'ny taona 701 BC io resahanao io.
So, verses 10 through 15 take on the form of a lament.
Ny verset 10-15 dia maka sous forme na alahelo, tonation ohatran'ny olona maty zany, lamentation.
In fact, we even find out that Micah's hometown of Moresheth was destroyed.
Hitantsika tokoa voalazato fa ny tanàna izay niavian'ny Mika koa I Moreshefa dia potika tanteraka.
And sometimes what we don't realize in the translations is that the names of the towns become, do you know what a pun is? A pun?
Yeah,
Okay.
a twist.
Yeah, it becomes a pun of certain actions by the Assyrians.
Raha jerentsika koa ny translation, ny traduction any ty verset ty, le traduction lasa ohatran'ny karazana ohatran'ny jeu de mots.
Like in verse 14, it says that the fortified town of Akzib has become like an unreliable stream, which the Hebrew word is akzab.
Ohatra zao ny andininy fahaefatra amby folo I Mika dia milaza fa ny firenena matanjaky Akshiba dia lasa loharano ritra izay amin'ny teny hébreu hoe Akzab.
Yeah. It says that even though Micah is lamenting what's happened to the kingdom of Judah, he's not the only one to do that.
Na dia lazaina zeto hoe Mika dia misaona ny tanànany Moresheba dia tsy izy rery akory no misaona sy manao an'izay lamentation zay.
Because remember, Amos prophesied the very same thing.
Satria tadio fa I Amosa koa dia nanao an'ity prédiction, nanao an'ity faminan'ity ihany koa
In the north kingdom.
amin'ny firenena du Nord.
So, in these passages, Yahweh is making these certain charges against Judah's people, the rich and the wealthy. That's the same thing, against the wealthy.
Nitadiana zany eto dia Andriamanitra dia manao jugement contre ny ireo mpanan-karena indrindra.
Micah really goes after the wealthy and the oppressive landowners.
Mika dia tena manenjika indrindra ireo tompo-tany mpanan-karena.
He says, and this is in chapter 2, verses 1 through 11, he says that they plan evil while they're lying in their beds.
Eo amin'ny toko faharoa andiny voalohany ka hatramin'ny faharaiky amby folo voalaza eto fa reto mpanan-karena ireto na dia ao am-pandriana aza dia efa mieritreritra ny ahoana ny fomba hampahorinan'ny olona.
He says these rich landowners are coveting the land of these poor landowners.
Voalaza ao voasoratra ao fa ireto mpanan-karena ireto dia mitsiriritra ny tanànan'ireo izay efa mahantra.
And that they are actually plotting ways to take away the poor people's land.
Ary efa fikafika izy hoe amin'ny fomba ahoana no azahoana ny tanànan'ireo olona mahantra ireo.
And he says their punishment will fit their crime.
Ary ozy izy Andriamanitra hoe ny punition-izy ireo dia tena hifanaraka amin'ny crime izay ataon'izy ireo.
He says that that the Assyrians are actually acting like God's agents.
Voalaza fa ny Assyrianina dia tahaka ny agent an'Andriamanitra, ohatran'ny hoe irak'Andriamanitra ny Assyrianina zany.
But he tells them that there will be a time when the people will come back to the land.
Voalazany Mika ihany koa fa isy ny fotoana izay mbola hiverenany reto vahoaka reto amin'ny tany indray.
But when that happens, the rich will receive no inheritance.
Ary rehefa tonga izay fotoanan'izay reto mpanan-karena rehetra reto tsy ahazo lova mihitsy.
So it's clear that Micah is actually speaking on behalf of the poor people of Judea.
Ka
Judah.
mazava zany fa i Mika eto de mpisolobava ho an'ny Joda, olona manitra ny Joda.
These poor people felt victimized by the wealthy city dwellers.
Reto olona manitra ny Joda reto de matsiaro victime, matsiaro victime izy.
So in Micah's enemies start to respond to him.
Manomboka mamaly any Mika am'izay zany zao ny fahavalon'ny Mika.
They tried to silence him.
Miezaky zareo apangina Mika.
They rejected his prophecies of coming disaster.
Lavon zareo ny faminaniana destruction izay nitenenin'ny Mika.
And they start asking questions like, won't God save his chosen people?
Ary nantany fanontaniana ihany koa izy ireo hoe Andriamanitra nga tsy hamonjy ny olom-boafidiny.
That God has invested so much in Judah. Why would he let Judah be destroyed?
Efa nanao investissement betsaka tamin'ny Joda i Andriamanitra ko ahoana i Joda no ravahany.
But Micah, like the rest of the prophets, won't be quiet.
Fa i Mika tahaka an'ireo mpaminany rehetra teo alohany tsy angina akory.
In fact, that's what makes them prophets.
En effet, zay mahampaminany ny mpaminany.
Is even in the face of opposition and rejection, they keep talking.
Na de en face ny opposition sy objection aza manambara ny tenin'Andriamanitra foana ny mpaminany.
And Micah says that the way that you treat people shows what your heart looks like.
Ary Mika de miteny hoe ny fomba traitenao ny olona no maneho ny toe-ponao.
And your cruelty is shown in the way you treat oppressed people.
Ary ny faharatsianao de miseho amin'ny fomba hitretenao ihany koa ireo olona.
In one of his harshest criticisms, he said, you will even evict a woman and her children from their home.
Mika koa de teny hoe nanareo koa aza ozy izy de androaka ny renim-pianakaviana sy ny zanany tsy hitoetra ao amin'ny tokantranony intsony.
So he says, because you've defiled the land by your greed, you will be denied rest.
Satria nozononareo ny tany tsy naratsianareo ny tany de noho izany tsy ahazo fitsarana ianareo.
And he says that he says, arise and go in verse 10. Arise and go, for this is no place to rest.
Eo amin'ny chapitre 2 andininy fahafolo de miteny izy hoe mitsangana ary mandehana fa ity de tsy tany hiala-tsasatra ho anareo.
That's an important word, rest.
Important zay teny hoe fitsarana izay.
Because remember, rest is Sabbath.
Satria fitsarana de tadio fa sabata.
There will be no place for you to enjoy the Sabbath.
Tsisy toerana ho anareo izay ahafahanareo anana sabata.
The thing about the Sabbath is it's not just a day of rest. It's actually a life of enjoying where God has put us.
Ny zavatra momba sabata de hoe tsy juste fotoana hiala-tsasatra akory ny sabata fa it's not just a day of rest but
It's
also
a life of enjoyment where God has put us.
fiainana tena ahafahana riarisy mifaly ao anatin'ny présence an'Andriamanitra.
He says, people like you are only satisfied with deceptive preachers and false prophets who speak about wine and beer.
Olona tahaka anareo izy de faly fotsiny amin'ireo mpitory-teny izay milaza zay tianareo henoina sy mizara resaka labiera sy divay.
The next two verses verses 12 and 13 of chapter 2 probably come from a later time.
Ny verset 12 à 13 amin'ny chapitre 2 dia mety nampidirina teto amin'ity chapitre ity plus tard fa tsy niaraka tamin'ireto chapitre hafa reto zany.
And it's probably coming from the time when the people of Judah are coming back from Babylonian exile.
Mety tamin'ny nampidirina teto io to tamin'ny zareo miverina avy amin'ny fahababoana.
And so it has kind of a strange placement in the book.
Ka ohatra manana toerana étrange eto amin'le boky.
Because
ireo verset ireo.
Just before it is this judgment, and just after it is another judgment.
Satria avant dia misy jugement ary après an'le verset mbola misy jugement.
And in this 2-verse passage, he says that Yahweh himself is breaking the gates of Jerusalem.
Ary eto amin'ity verset ity dia milaza fa Andriamanitra dia andrava ny will break
the gates of Jerusalem. Yeah.
Andrava ny vavahadin'i Jerusalem.
And so it says that it's Yahweh himself who is leading the people into exile.
Ka I Jehovah tenany no mitondra ny vahoaka ho amin'ny fahababoana.
And what the passage is showing is that God is in control of the Sabbath, the rest, and God is also in control of the punishment of the people.
Mampiseho zany fa Andriamanitra no en contrôle ny amin'ny sabata ary izy ihany koa no en contrôle ny amin'ny jugement izay hitranga.
We'll be right back.
Dia avy eo indray ary.